Hi, I'm Dr. Stacy Shillington, and happy summer. It's finally summer. It's finally getting warm out. I can't say it's warm here in Toronto yet. I still have my winter clothes in my closet, but my fingers are crossed. I'm hoping it's going to warm up really soon. But now is the time of the year where we must talk about the sun because we are going to be seeing a lot of it, fingers crossed, and we need to know what to do. Should we be wearing sunscreen all the time, or should we be exposing ourselves to the sun just a little bit? So I did a lot of research on this. I wrote a paper on this last year. You can go to my blog. My paper's there, all my references are there. But this is something that I feel so strongly about because for years we've been told we must slather sunscreen on at all times to protect us from the effects of the sun. And this advice is not wrong because the sun is definitely associated with photoaging of the skin and skin cancer. But there's more to it than that. That's not the complete story. The sun is the giver of life, right? We cannot survive on this planet without the sun. We've been surviving for millennia with the sun without as many issues as we are now. So what's going on? So research has shown that healthy exposure to the sun will reduce our risk of almost all chronic disease. That is the truth. So by constantly protecting ourselves from the sun, we are protecting ourselves from the benefits of the sun as well, and that includes the vitamin D production that we need. Now, we can take supplemental vitamin D, and hopefully you're doing that because it's important. But supplemental vitamin D is not the same as the vitamin D that's produced naturally in the body. Vitamin D that's produced naturally in the body is actually more water soluble, and it can travel freely through the body, and it's actually at the level of the skin, and it actually protects us from skin cancer. And this is the huge paradox because as we've been covering ourselves up and protecting ourselves from the sun, we've become more vitamin D deficient to the point where it's pandemic. And supplemental vitamin D does not do what our natural vitamin D does. So we do need to get a little bit of sun exposure to make that vitamin D to protect us from every single chronic disease and skin cancer. And I'm going to tell you how to do that in a moment so that you do not ruin your beautiful face, create hyperpigmentation or wrinkles, but you're also going to protect your health. The other thing is that antioxidants are so important to consume. They actually prevent UV damage in our bodies. 80% of your diet should be fruits and vegetables. That may sound like a lot, but that delivers the antioxidants that are needed to fight the free radicals that contribute to sun damage formation in our skin and in our bodies. So lots of that. And inflammation in the body. When your body is more inflamed, you are way more susceptible to sun damage. So get rid of the inflammation in your body. You know if you're inflamed. If you have acne, you're inflamed. If you've gut issues, you're inflamed. If you have a hormonal imbalance, you're inflamed. You need to get to the root cause of that inflammation, solve it so that you're not as susceptible to sun damage. And then there's the whole issue about sunscreens. For years, we've been using the wrong sunscreen. We've been using sunscreens that protect us from UVB rays. Those are the rays that cause our skin to burn. But the sunscreen did not protect us from UVA rays. Those are the rays that actually cause DNA and cellular damage in the body. So we've been hurting ourselves for so many years using the wrong sunscreen. And then broad spectrum sunscreens came out, and their main ingredient is oxybenzone. And oxybenzone has been shown to actually be a carcinogen when it's exposed to the sun, which is completely crazy because of course sunscreen is going to be exposed to the sun. And not only that, but it's severely damaging the coral reefs. So oxybenzone is not an option. The only sunscreen that is acceptable to use is a mineral sunscreen, zinc-based mineral sunscreen. That actually blocks all the UV rays, the B rays, the A rays, and that will give you adequate protection. But it's still not going to allow you to produce vitamin D in your body. So what do you do to actually produce vitamin D in your body? So what you have to do is you have to expose yourself to the sun without a blocking sunscreen for a few minutes a day. So there is an app, and it's called the D-Minder app. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. Download it on your phone. It will tell you how many minutes per day you need to sit in the sun in order to produce the amount of vitamin D necessary for optimal health. Usually it's not long. Usually it's about 10 or 15 minutes, but it depends where you live. It depends how many clothes you have on. It depends, you know, the cloud cover in the sky. And this app takes all of that into account. So download that app. That is going to tell you how much time you need to spend in the sun. But when you're in the sun making your vitamin D, it's a good idea to put a plant-based oil such as a coconut oil on your skin, sea buckthorn oil on your skin, or red raspberry oil on your skin. These oils are going to naturally protect your skin from UV damage while allowing you to make vitamin D. So that is really important. And then if you're going to be in the sun beyond the time that you're making vitamin D, that's when you put on the zinc-based sunblock. And then at all times, have sunblock on your face. Do not make vitamin D with your face. You make it with your arms and your legs and your torsos, applying the protective oils, but just don't do it. We work way too hard on our faces to let the sun damage it at all. So use a nice SPF 30 zinc-based sunblock on your face. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables, 80% fruits and vegetables. If you're going to be sunning, grab a blueberry smoothie or something like that, just to give you some extra antioxidants to protect your skin. And I have my notes here, so I just want to make sure I don't forget to tell you anything. I think that's about it. So I just wanted to share what I use on my face every single day of the year. I never skip it. I put on my Jane Airedale SPF 20 pressed powder. This is usually adequate in Toronto all year long because I spend a lot of time inside and we don't have a lot of warm days. So it's not like I'm running to the beach and spending hours in the park, especially in the winter. And then on the days when I am outside a little bit longer, I will use my Derma E Natural Mineral Sunscreen right here. And this is, I've been using this for years really happily. I've noticed that they've reformulated it and there's been some not great reviews that it's been pilling. So, you know, this might not be the best solution anymore. Juice Beauty has a nice one, and My Shell has a really nice sunscreen that's great for acne skin. I have not been able to try it because it is not available in Canada, but the women that I work with, they rave about this. So it's the My Shell facial sunscreen. You might want to try that out. And so that's what I want to share with you about the sun. Hi, Jackie. Thank you. But we need some sun. We can't survive without the sun. We cannot hide behind clothing. We cannot hide behind sunscreen. 100% of the time, it is going to affect our health. Research has shown it already has. Between, I think it's 1997 and 2010, skin cancer rates increased by 300%. I mean, those rates have never risen that dramatically before, and that's with all the advice that dermatologists have been giving us. And it's truly because our vitamin D levels are so low, and supplemental vitamin D does not work the same way that our natural vitamin D does. So that's the takeaway for today. I really want you to enjoy your summer. Enjoy the life-giving rays of the sun. They're so healing. And there's a reason why our ancestors worshiped the sun for millennia, right? It really is a powerful force. So have a beautiful, beautiful summer. Protect yourself. Never burn. Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I was like, I know there's something else. Never, ever, ever burn. That's just wrong. And antioxidant supplements, no, I don't recommend those. I recommend food. The research on antioxidant supplements is not great. It's really not amazing. It's best to just get everything from food because those forms are the ones that are absorbed optimally by the body. And yeah, somebody says I use my Shell sunscreen on my face. I wish that I could find it. I am going to LA later this month, so I will be picking it up and I cannot wait. But until then, guys, that's all. And have a really, really wonderful week. And if you have any questions about sun exposure, leave me a note. I know so many people are just going to hate what I'm saying because they just want to protect themselves from the sun all the time because the sun does cause damage, but you know, we have to do it intelligently. Okay, kisses. Bye.